Hey Xena.
Hey Danielle, thank you so much for having me for this Q&A. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Let's get it started.
В тишине услышать голос твой, в толпе увидеть меж силуэтов. Обними меня алкоголь.
Yeah, so we're like so happy to have you at 411 Music Group. And so I just wanted to do a Q&A so that people can get to know you and your experience and expertise and background. So I thought I'd love to start out there and find out what your background is, if you can give us a little lead up to how we got here.
Yeah, so just a little bit about myself first. My real name is Xena Plat, but I go by Xena Plat because it's easier for everyone. So kind of made this nickname for
Both are beautiful.
Thank you. And I'm a part of 411 Music Group, which I'm super happy about and super excited to working with you guys. It's been a great experience. And I'm mostly doing marketing in the company. I'm developing and implementing marketing strategies, doing social, digital, including email marketing, etc. And I have been doing marketing for a few years already for different companies in the entertainment industry, for artists as well. And as a singer-songwriter myself, I kind of know how valuable marketing can be if you're promoting your new release or a single album, whatever. So whoever I work with are really trying to make good impact and influence in a positive way. And yeah, so briefly about my story. I was born in Russia and I spent my entire life there. At the age of 17, I moved to Moscow from my hometown and started working at Synergy University, which is the largest private university in Russia. I started working as a sales manager, sales personnel. And this is where I actually fell in love with marketing and sales overall. That was so exciting, working with clients, doing all these tasks. And I realized like this is what I want to do for a living. And I worked for that company for 5 years, and 3.5 years I was head of the sales department over there, and I was managing 40 salespeople. So I was basically training them how to thank you, how to work with customers, teaching them how to use telemarketing scripts, how to do cold calling, and I was also developing some marketing materials and also marketing strategies and stuff. So it was really great. I enjoyed working there, but at the same time I knew I'll be working in the music industry, but I just couldn't find my place there. Like for sure at that time I knew that I'm not going to be a musician, or I'm not ready to be a musician or a singer. And I was like, okay, well, I know how to market, how to sell things, and I know how to manage people, then I'll be an artist manager. This is where I decided that I'm going to move to Los Angeles and study at UCLA, so that I can gain some professional education and get some experience within the industry. I actually started working as an artist manager in Russia, but I felt that is not enough and that our industry has not developed yet, and I wanted more. So I was like, what would be the best place ever rather than Los Angeles to like learn about it?
Nothing.
And then at the age of 22, I packed my stuff, moved to Los Angeles, and started studying at UCLA Music Business Certificate program. And a year after, I started working for Damon Dash Studios, which was amazing experience. I really enjoyed doing all type of tasks that I had over there, because it was mind-blowing experience actually, because I had to work on producing some TV shows which I've never done before, and they taught me how to do like shot lists, scheduling, how to find actors, how to book and lock locations and stuff. That was really exciting, and I was honored to be a producer for a couple of TV shows for Damon Dash Studios, and we were developing some music-related content such as virtual concerts. And Damon actually started his band. It's called the Black Guns, and they were also performing and recording music, and I was assisting with some of the tasks too, doing his social media, his personal social media, company's social media. Also was responsible for content management at some particular time. So that was great, and actually Dame Dash Studios team has changed my perspective of life, and I really appreciate what they've done to me, and special thanks to Damon, Nicolette, and Raquel.
Yeah, I see how things that you learned from them have like directly helped us actually, like with the reel, which I think is something I wanted to talk about on this call. And yeah, I would love to like hear about your vision for the reel, which is amazing. If anybody hasn't watched it yet, definitely check it out. I think it's on our YouTube, right, Xena?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's on our YouTube, and Xena was the brains behind it, vision. Kristen had like the vision of like what she wanted, but you really like helped bring that to fruition, and like you booked the places, the actors, the producer, the director, you know, all of that, and your coordination of all of that was really impressive. So I would love to like hear more about that too.
Yeah, so Kristen had the vision for the reel, which was super helpful. We knew what we're gonna start from, and I was just offering some ideas on how we can like change things or maybe make something look a little better. And so my main task was to bring CEO's vision to reality, basically. Yeah. So I found a production company. It's called 50 Star Cinema, and I put together a document to describe what our project is, and we had multiple Zoom calls with them to just discuss everything. And we plan to have 3 organic, so to say, scenes, and we wanted to use it as an opening for each part of the reel. So we basically have 3 parts for ad sync, for TV and film sync, and for custom. So we wanted to kind of separate each part and make it look more, you know, watchable, I don't know, understandable.
Yeah, like cohesive. Yeah,
cohesive, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, and once we decided that we're gonna have these 3 organic scenes, we started planning the shooting day, and I created the schedule, find the actors, love and found the locations. And actually 50 Star Cinema helped me to find the rooftop location, which was really nice. And then what was the shooting day, which was kind of stressful to me, but yeah, I started at 6 a.m. just to prepare everything, and we finished at like 8 p.m. or something, and it was a, you know, really busy day. But I love this type of things. I really enjoy being around people and like
that creative energy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which actually leads me into my next question about, I know that you're a singer-songwriter, so, and I feel your creative energy just in our daily things that we do for 411 and work, but I would love to like hear a little bit more about your artist project that I think you wrote a new song, and if you could just give me some background on that and how that came about.
I used to be like an independent singer-songwriter, and I was working with an amazing producer. His name is Boris, but I never released anything. because you know, I just didn't feel that it's a right time for that, and if I'm ready to release all of the songs that I have. And I also was trying just to find my voice basically, and what I want to say with my music. And when I started working for 411, I saw Kristen organizing this songwriting camps and pairing different composers and writers to create something really cool and, you know, really different. I just was really inspired by this whole thing, and I knew that I want to do something like that. I want to have my own songwriting camp and have different producers and singers and songwriters come to my place and just create some song. And I was thinking that we gotta create some really dancey, catchy pop song for TikTok specifically, because at that time I started using TikTok really actively, and I'm still doing that, but just I try to spend less time sitting and like scrolling through the feed. Yeah, so about a month ago, we had our first music session, our songwriting camp here at my place. Me, other two singer-songwriters, and a producer. And we just created a song, the whole song right away. Like the lyrics kind of just came up to us really quickly. I did have the chorus line before we started the songwriting camp, but it was just like a few lines and the melody. I really enjoyed the song. It's really cool, and I have really high hopes for this one, and we have a good marketing plan to promote it, and how to make people fall in love with it using TikTok specifically.
Were those co-writers and producer, are they international too, or are they Americans?
So yeah, we have Julie. She's a singer-songwriter. She has an amazing voice. She's actually an American, but she was in Russia at some point in her life. She studied Russian language, which was kind of funny to me. But yeah, we have Amelie. She's from Venezuela, but I think she spent most of her life here in the United States. She's also an amazing songwriter and singer. She has a really strong Miley Cyrus type of voice and really pop sounding voice. And this is what I love about her the most, besides her personality, of course. She's just a great person. And a producer, Boris, he's from Kazakhstan. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing it well. And he's just a great producer. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He plays piano, guitar, drums, bass guitar. He basically did the whole music arrangement for the song and produced and mixed and mastered the song, so it's been amazing. And after our first session, we kind of had like 4 more music sessions just to finalize the song. We were re-recording vocals, we were changing the music arrangement, trying to make it sound more like a pop song. Yeah, and I'm super excited about that. We are releasing it next week, and we already prepared a lot of content for TikTok specifically, which we'll be posting daily. And this is how I feel we can actually drag more attention to the song and get more streams. So we're trying this strategy right now.
I like how you have like such a diverse international set of co-writers too, and I was wondering like what you and your friends who are international, what kind of challenges you see in the US or even in Los Angeles specifically around that, and working in the music industry specifically too.
There's some cultural differences, even though with the internet it has become easier, because you know, American pop culture is kind of all over the world, and people really enjoy like hip hop and pop music, American pop music specifically. But yeah, you gotta adjust yourself to some mentality or cultural differences, and also language barrier. you gotta remember about that. Sometimes it's complicated, especially if you come to the United States and your level of the English language is not good.
I was gonna ask you about that. You learned English when you moved here, right?
I had some knowledge before I came to the United States, but for example, I took this IELTS and TOEFL test, and I think for TOEFL 120 is the score, the maximum score you can get, and I got like 50, which is a beginner level.
Yeah.
And I was super upset because I thought I kind of know the English language way better.
When was that you took that?
In Russia. Right
in
before,
Russia, okay.
Yeah, right before I came to the United States. As an international, you gotta work harder, better, stronger, just to prove yourself, because there are many talented Americans and you gotta compete with them, and at the same time you're coming from another culture and the English is not your first language, so you really gotta work hard and do twice more than anybody else.
I feel like at the beginning you kind of went over some of the things you do at 411. Is there anything that you wanted to like elaborate on? I feel like you've set up some like really like strategic systems for us, which are amazing. In addition to the creating the reel, and yeah, if you want to just expand on anything with that.
I would love to. So besides working on marketing overall and implementing and developing marketing strategies, I also do A&R, and I gather cool artists and talk to them, and so that they consider 411 as a publishing company. And this month actually we signed a deal with Molly Stacks, who is a great hip-hop artist. I really enjoy his songs, and we started working together with Tash Neal on making of new music for I guess they are doing Christmas camp right now.
Tasha's music is so great.
Yes, he is. He's
so cool.
An amazing musician and a singer-songwriter. I really enjoy his late release, and I'm listening to it on repeat, especially Like a Glove. It's my favorite song. So what I'm trying to do is to find new ways to collaborate with other people and bring new people. And it's so nice to see that something is working out, like people collaborate together and create something new and, you know, develop something. So yeah, and besides that, I'm also doing some organizational type of work to help the team structure our work in general. Like I was developing accountability charts, like our operation schedule. I'm also in the process of updating some of our internal documents at this time, so that's exciting too, because this is a part of what I was doing even when I was working in Russia for Synergy University.
I remember being really impressed with you on our first phone call when you were we were just interviewing for an internship, and I feel like you've only surpassed like those feelings that I had. And on top of that, I also feel like a very organized person, but the organization that you bring like to us internally is like so helpful, and I can't stress that enough. You're like next level organization. Yeah, I also wanted to know what like your personal kind of goals are for yourself in the US and in life in general, if you could share some of those.
Yeah, sure. In general, I had this dream, and I still kind of have it. As I mentioned earlier, I feel like the music industry in Russia has not developed yet. Not because our artists are not good. Our artists are great. We have lots of cool musicians and we have really cool music, but the business part of it is weak, especially if we're talking about how writers' rights and artists' rights are being protected. So I would like to change that and help our industry grow. in the United States, I really develop myself creatively and work on different projects and see what I can bring here too. So I would love to make a positive impact.
Well, I think that's it. And I think this has been like a really great chat. I'm so happy that 411's followers will be able to learn a little bit more about you and what you do for us and how you've helped us in the past.
Super cool to meet you guys. It's just something really different, like being able to work in a real team where everyone's supporting you and you're guys willing to like develop and change, because a lot of people, I worked in different companies, a lot of people are not ready for change. They just feel more comfortable to stick to their previous system, but it's definitely not what 411 is. So I really love this about our team and the company overall, and I've learned so much, and it's just I don't know how much else I can learn from you, Daniel, because it seems like a lot, especially about all these agreements and stuff and music registration. I'm super excited to learn about that too.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to teach you and learn from you. You have a lot to teach too. So cool. Well, thank you, Xena. Yeah, I think
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.